Leaves can be easily folded. You can fold a leaf very easily, but you require more effort in bending a stem. Similarly, if you've eaten celery, you'll find that it has a very crunchy nature. It is not as soft as the coriander leaves or the spinach leaves. So what is providing the crunchy nature of the celery or the tough nature of the stems? Let us find out. So let us take a small portion of the celery and observe it under the microscope. This is what you see. You can see two types of cell. These cells have a very thickened cell wall, and notice that the thickenings are mostly at the corners. And then you see the more familiar parenchyma cells over here, which have thin walls and they are oval in shape. So these cells cover the parenchyma cells from the outside, and since these cells have thickened cell walls, they provide mechanical support to the plant. When a celery is broken, this is what it looks like. See, there is a glue-like thing that is coming out of the broken celery. So it was initially thought that the tissue that gives the crunchy nature in the celery or the tough nature in the stem is made up of a glue-like substance, and hence it was known as the collenchyma tissue. Collen means glue and chyma is the infilling. Now take a stem which has a tough nature and cut it like this. When you cut a stem like this section is known as the transverse section. And when you cut the stem vertically, it is known as the longitudinal section. So take both the sections, the transverse sections and the longitudinal sections, and place it in a bowl of water. Now take one transverse section of the stem, place it on a slide and focus it under the microscope. This is what you will see. You will see cells with very thickened cell walls, and the thickenings are towards the corners. Now take another vertical section, keep it on a slide, focus under a microscope, and you will see the cell structure like this. You will see long elongated cells like these. So the cells that form the tissue that gives the crunchy nature in the celery or the toughness in the stem, they have thick cell walls. They are long cells. When you cut the stem longitudinally, you could see that the cells are long and elongated. And you can also find that there is a lot of intracellular space within the cell. By intracellular, I mean the space within the cell. This indicates the presence of all the cellular organelles. Now, if these cells contain all the cellular organelles, the organelles will perform different functions, and that indicates a living cell. So these cells that are found in the celery or the stems are living cells. So what do you think? Is the collenchyma tissue directly forming from the meristematic tissue? No, it is not forming directly from the meristematic tissue. Just like a young boy goes through teenage years and adolescence and then finally reaches adulthood, similarly, meristematic tissue, which have thin cell walls, and they are dividing cells, convert to form the parenchyma tissue. See, these are the parenchyma tissues with a thin cell wall, and the parenchyma tissue further gets converted to collenchyma tissue with time. The parenchyma tissue, they have thin cell walls. Now with additional depositions on their cell walls, they form collenchyma tissue.